Shopify helped businesses break sales records over the holidays with the world's best converting checkout. Let's hear that one more time. The world's best converting checkout. Shopify's legendary checkout makes it easier for customers to shop on your website, across social media, and everywhere in between. Now that's music to your ears. Any way you spin it, you can be a smash hit with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/records.
Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here to introduce to you the final episode of the Darkwell Chronicles here on Microphones and Monsters. Doing things a little bit different this time and including the recap from the players since they did play separately from each other in the last 3 episodes and their descriptions of what happened and each other's reactions to their own personal fights. So I hope you enjoy that part of the last episode. And also don't forget to listen to the epilogue after this episode to get a wrap-up of the characters themselves. I would also like to give thanks to the cast, Richard, Max, and Steven, for making this such a wonderful experience and bringing their characters and this story to life in a way that I couldn't even imagine and we have all come to love. I also want to thank Flyboys Entertainment for helping me with this final season on editing, and Sarah, you know her as Skatesy on Discord, for helping me with social media and taking over that from me. It's been a lot of help, and through the course of these 4 seasons and 3 years, our cast and crew has grown so much, and the people that are stepping up and coming to me and offering their help with making this show and as well as others at Creative Typo Entertainment. I extremely appreciate every single person involved and our guests that return for the last 3 episodes. I want to thank them so much for helping make this unexpected and rewarding experience, pulling in other creators, actors. It was a lot of fun working with every single one of them. And make sure to go and check out the podcast, movies, TV shows, music, everything that they're doing. They are a very talented group of people. I wish we could have worked with more on this series, hoping to work with more guests in the future on this show and other shows. So most of all, I want to thank you for the comments, theories, discussion, and just telling us how much you enjoy what we are creating. It's extremely rewarding to me that we're able to offer you entertainment and escape from day-to-day life, things going on in the world, just for a short little bit twice a week. And some of you have even enjoyed what we are doing so much that you have supported us monetarily by wearing our merch, ranging on all of our tiers on Patreon, wanting more content, wanting easier to binge content so you can re-listen multiple times for some of you. So, eternally grateful. I know I say it all the time, but I can never thank y'all enough. But overall, this has been the most fun working I've ever had. And I hope to be able to continue to do it for as long as I'm here. So, thank you. Enjoy this episode. Don't forget to listen to the epilogue. And see you next time on Morons and, of course, other shows and more campaigns here. So, enjoy. Where did we leave off with Julian?
Okay, we're talking about specifically the events after time stopped and we were sent to our own sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a quick recap and where you're left as it was over.
Okay, so I got booted to my final fight with Nitz, damn it, other two.
Zaus and Sylvia.
Yeah. So
Z.OUS exclamation
yes.
point.
So
with Dread Tech Incorporated.
Yes. Yeah, essentially. Zaus and Sylvia were kind of like, who the hell are you? And I was like, hey, Nits, you're DDA awesome. Sorry I didn't warn you about teleporting you into a terrible fight.
It was in the fine print. You just didn't read it.
Yeah, it's those contracts.
Very engaging dialogue.
Those contracts are killers. So then we fought a Tattered King avatar as I knew it. I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yes, you did.
Deservedly
Barely.
so.
Like I think I started off with 124 hit points that fight. I was like down to 0, and then I got up to 21. That was after getting all of my max HP halved. So I barely survived that fight. And if it wasn't for Zaus and the most amazing of magical items, Kaiju Scale, I don't think
thing is nuts.
I don't think I would have lived through that fight. And may or may not be some lasting effects from that fight. And then after that, there was a little, brief goodbye thing, and I got zapped back. And I think that's everything as I remember it.
Okay.
What happened with you, Victor?
Well, no. Victor was put in his own little bubble, and his friends Skylar and Gabby showed up to help. Except Gabby was much, much tougher this time.
Oh, good.
And Skylar was
a god.
A god.
Not a baby god anymore.
Skylar was like, like barely speaking, like touching people's hearts, and comforting them and summoning an army of electric guys. Was it electricity?
I guess kind of like golems.
This is real-time god hours happening right now.
Yeah. Victor got a good couple solid hits in.
Did you stunning strike
on the new? Actually, yes.
Did it work?
It worked, but Victor successfully did the stunning strike, but the nucleus doesn't suffer from effects.
Oh,
and so
non-damaging effects. Yeah,
it worked, but it didn't work. And then because everyone was doing so well, Victor met up with his old friend Power Word Kill.
Oh no!
and was just put down.
No.
Yes, he died.
But Victor was able to come back, and then in his weakened state, Victor attacked the nucleus by enveloping it with its wraps and biting it really hard. The wraps absorbed the nucleus thingy, and then Victor was, I guess, Victor said his goodbyes to everyone. Although, I mean, Skylar was almost just like, whatever, I'm done now, leave,
Skylar sounds very sassy.
Skylar
now.
was... No, not sassy, just very impersonal.
Okay.
Skylar's so above everything else. Skylar could see everything else that was going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like
Skylar saw you guys.
Oh, so
Yeah.
in your bubbles.
Okay, so like on a different realm of
Yes.
relativity to the events that are going on. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's
was
terrifying.
confined in the same bubble that Victor was, but able to understand what was going on in the other bubbles and saw flashing green lights.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Kind of, yeah. But Victor's the one that did the like the other two like smashed the crap out of it, but Victor's the one that like got it. Victor and the wraps. And
if I remember correctly, I also got killing blow on this as well.
Yeah,
With
and
the
Victor's
lightning gun,
wraps are very distressed right now. They are not looking
saggy.
great.
Oh, they're saggy.
Droopy.
They're saggy. Yeah, they're very weak right
Are you
now.
using the
He
correct?
looks like a crypt folk.
Are you using the correct fabric softener on them?
I don't use fabric softener. It kind of messes the clothes up.
Okay, it's dry clean only.
Yeah.
You have a problem with hard water.
Yeah, so Victor's okay, but the wraps are kind of weak and everything is taken care of. And Victor was, I guess, zip-zapped back out as well.
Okay. Well, you died, but you shook it off, so good job.
Yep. Considering that the first time I died was like fighting the Tattered King, I don't feel too bad.
So for Aleister's, it was, let's just say, a different tone.
You don't say.
Well, Aleister was just like being sassy with the Tattered King, and then Baby and Varath showed up. I'd say all of us were pretty much generally annoyed with the Tattered King, so we just kind of started beating the Tattered King down.
With all of your personalities combined, I'm surprised you did not somehow form some sort of sass beam and sass the Tattered King to death, or at least discourage him.
I'm surprised the three of you didn't somehow damage Adam.
I mean, who's to say we didn't?
Adam will never recover from the damage.
So the Tattered King didn't really...
I did technically take damage. I laughed so much that my voice hurt for like 3 days. Or my throat hurt for 3 days.
I'm concerned.
So Adam lost 3 HP.
Yeah.
He normally has about 20.
So something unbelievable did happen. Aleister actually let Baby ride him.
Okay.
Into battle.
It's a battle.
And launched him.
Into battle, yes.
Well, you threw Baby?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually.
Okay, that's rad.
But the Tattered King didn't really get to do a whole lot. Aleister took half damage from a thing that he did, and then he counterspelled something, and then he rewound something, and that was probably about it.
Did you know 3 turns?
But yeah, that was like the 3 things that the Tattered King tried to do.
Did you make a Baby Rider joke?
No.
Damn it.
No, I didn't. But I mean, you gotta leave some jokes for the fans.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, it pretty much ended up with Aleister becoming aware of more or less the battlefield situation, like on a larger scale, and basically going around and trying to dismantle as many of the avatars as possible,
and bringing people back to life.
And bringing people back to life, and
who
things
did you bring
like
back
that.
to life? Okay.
Both of you?
I mean, that is true.
Yes, that's true.
Both of you, Yamnal, Sarah,
You brought
everybody
Yamna back to life? Son of a bitch.
Just because I knew it'd annoy you.
You're the worst.
If it makes you feel any better, Yelky's not coming back.
It doesn't. Yoki was fine.
It was Yelky's time to die.
It was Yoki's time. But yeah. And pretty much where everything left off was Baby and Varath were like sucked back into a portal, and Aleister was
each other.
Well, interesting you should say that, because there was like a lot of Varath infighting.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Anyway, so yeah, and Aleister is pretty much like all kinds of like crazy green flame flared up,
Okay.
and
He's a column of flame.
You're a column of flame.
and seemingly somewhat concerned that maybe losing some control.
Oh, that's,
Oh,
I mean,
you mean that thing he was warned of constantly the entire campaign? I'm sure it will be fine.
See, this is what happens. You ignore your problems, and then eventually they boil over, and then everything's fine.
what's the worst that can happen? Episode title: The Worst That Can Happen.
Like that's almost like an Always Sunny kind of like title card gag.
Yes, it is.
The gang makes everything go horribly awry.
Yes.
All right. So where we come back, you're all still in those individual bubbles, but they're cracking, and there is a green flashing light that appears above each one as it shatters, and you are all out of combat, and everybody else on the battlefield is out of combat. The troops that were left over of Hasters or the Tattered Kings, they either collapse or disappear.
Oh, that's good. How many of the army that we started with, how much is left?
Everybody that went in, that had survived the fight before being separated, everybody seems to be okay, but everybody looks very, very confused.
Okay. Haster
And-
ratio.
Yeah. And
Take this L. plus didn't die times 2 plus ratio.
Victor, the way Victor looks to all of you, Victor looks like his normal crypt folk self, but with his flesh wraps sagging all over him, like some of it even dragging on the ground, unable to form anything at this point. Julian is, I'm guessing you're laying on the ground at this point, or were you laying, or you just hunched over, kind of?
Kind of doubled over.
All right, so doubled over, very weak.
Like not standing up, kind of like taking a knee, sort of.
All right.
Kind of.
And Alice, well, you don't see Aleister. You see a giant pillar of flame that just got slowing down on its swirl, almost like a tornado swirl, calming down into just a column of flame as you're looking around and coming to and just taking everything in.
Victor, are you doing okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine. My wraps aren't doing too well, but they're not dead.
You kind of hated those things anyway, right?
I looked a lot better with them on.
That's fine.
Where's Aleister?
Just gonna shot in the dark here. Probably the green pillar of flame.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Aleister, are you there? Or are you just on fire as fire now?
So like would I actually be like nearby or
Yeah.
still like separate?
No, you're all together. Y'all like
Okay.
within talking distance.
Aleister speaks with a T-Pain auto-tune now.
So talented.
Oh man. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold everything together right now. It's just it was maybe a little more power than I really anticipated, and it's not that I can't control it. It's that if I were to let go, then I think that it would probably kill you.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't let go.
Yeah.
Also, as he says that, the pillar of flame just grows even further into space, still maintaining its space on the ground, but growing to an infinite-looking pillar into the sky.
I thought you were going to say infinity and beyond.
I can believe that.
But he's still there.
Question: the green flame energy, is that necrotic or is that actual fire? Kind of the way you do your spells before.
How he did his spells before. It's fire, but it's a necrotic flame.
Necrotic flame.
Like, I guess you would
Aleister,
feel a singe, but it's not like a burning singe. It's more like a, yeah, but it's not actually hurting you yet.
Okay.
Yet.
I don't like.
Can you turn it off?
Yeah. Can you turn it off, or do you need help?
Can you
turning
get
it
rid
off?
of? You've got all that Tulsa in you. Can you get it out? That's what's causing it, right?
Yeah, can you like cat yak a piece out real quick, or all of them?
Well, I don't know about that, but it may be worth trying.
Okay, Victor, do you know how to make a cat vomit?
No. I never had one.
Okay.
I thought they mostly did that by themselves.
Okay, so here's my idea. I got like 2 spell slots left. I'm gonna try to dampen the magic that's currently going nuts around Aleister in order for you to, I don't even know if you can just like literally reach into his body and see if you can pull a part out, but we gotta pull a part out.
What?
Go for it. Go for it.
Don't look at me like this is like the craziest idea that has happened today.
And okay.
All right, so I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level at Aleister to try to dampen the torrent of energy around him. Just so Victor can
level.
probably get close enough and not get totally screwed.
3rd level
by it.
Dispel Magic to get rid of the ultimate power of Tulsa.
Well,
I
not to
didn't
get rid
say-
of it.
I
He said
didn't
to
say get
dampen.
rid, dampen.
Dampen.
I know
yeah.
it won't get rid of it, but at least enough for you to
Yeah.
get close and maybe do
Using-
something.
Using the spell as a utility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So yeah, you feel like you successfully dampened it some, Julian.
Okay.
Aleister, where should I reach? What should I do? How do I help?
If I knew that, then I wouldn't really be in this predicament.
Okay. Victor's going to
maneuver, something.
hold still, and Victor's just going to slowly put his hand. If he feels like it's going to burn him or hurt him somehow, he'll have to pull back. But he's going to slowly reach and see if he can just sort of reach into the pillar and see if he can find anything.
You notice that because it's constantly forming. It's like definitely like this in the pillar. There's constant swirling, and like you see what looks like a cat, like definitely like an abomination of a cat just morphing inside of this pillar of flame. And whenever he talked last, there was like a mouth opening, and you have enough time to reach into that mouth real quick.
Oh, good God.
You actually cause the pillar of flame to gag.
Okay.
And a hairball comes flying out into your torso.
Oh, my God. And Victor's going to pick it up and be like, is this one of the pieces? He didn't see them all.
You are holding Aleister.
You're holding the hairball of Tulsa.
I'm holding Aleister?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Alistair's hairball
Yes.
now.
So it's just a black cat wearing a backpack.
Yeah, he's covered
Yes.
in like ectoplasm.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Aleister, I got you. And I'll like run away from the pillar, back towards Julian.
where are you going?
No, towards you.
Yeah. Julian, I got him. Is what I'm holding responsive at all?
Thank you, Victor.
Why is he so tiny? And covered it. Never mind. I don't want to know what that is.
And he's just all black. Well, you can describe it, Richard.
Oh yeah, he looks much like the way that he looked when you first met him, like where he's all black, like no green streaks or anything, but he does have just the one flaming eye. Like he did when you first met.
You have to remove all Tulsa from him. Gouge his eye out.
Don't worry, I'll get the toast out.
Let me get a spoon.
Pull out my cooking spot and make it a spoon.
No, that won't be necessary. It would seem that things have kind of come under control for now. I still do have all of the pieces, although I'm not really sure that that's the correct term anymore. I can't say they're really so much pieces so much as they are actually a part of me now.
Okay, so you're like Shadow but Tulsa?
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it.
Okay.
But I suppose in a way this was sort of a subconscious choice to be able to look this way for you. I mean, after all, it is how we first met.
Okay. I don't understand why that's important, but is the pillar of flames, is it like dissipating, or is it getting stronger? Is it
It's maintaining right now. Just maintaining what it was.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're not dead, but you're I don't know how to use the term. Your shedding is still on.
You're very weak. Your
shedding is still on fire and swirling. Is that gonna like stay that way, or is it going to explode? Because it looks like explode material.
Well, I think the pillar that's left back there should dissipate over some time, since it has been detached. But I think that this is something that is going to be more of a permanent change, and I fear that I only have so long before it starts welling up again.
Okay, so you have to keep doing this?
Well, I think that while that may be possible, it is very impractical, and I fear that this just means that I must separate myself from you. I must separate myself from you so that you don't potentially succumb to my presence.
I understand. We just did it. I don't understand why you need to leave.
I just got you out.
Well, let's just say that the power is still developing. This is in the very early stages, and it is only going to get worse. to the point where my mere presence will probably destroy anything within your field of consciousness.
I mean, we could... There's got to be a way that we can contain it, or at least lessen the effects of it. I mean, we could still go to the DDA and see if something can be done about it. I mean, we were able to travel across dimensions using a portal machine. I don't see why trying to, moderate your shedding, as it's basically what you're doing is you're literally shedding, except when a cat sheds, it's just fur. You shed a cataclysmic event is what it looks like. We can figure something out. I don't think it's Victor. I mean,
I don't know if we can.
See, and I'm only just now becoming aware of this myself, just as with expanding consciousness and all. But it would seem that I perhaps had a fundamental misunderstanding of Toolsha. You see, I don't think that it was so much of me trying to collect body parts of Toolsha or necessarily trying to gain power, so much as the fact that I'm starting to see that I always have been Toolsha. Like, it was me all along. I just had not reached that point yet.
Okay, Vince. It was me, Toolsha. It was me all along.
You have Aleister, you start hearing from the flames. Aleister.
Can we hear G?
Yeah, you hear it too.
Shut up, green-eyed cat.
Yes, I suppose I'm starting to understand you a little better as well.
So what is it besides not your imaginary friend?
Well, while I still maintain that the green-eyed cat is very real, perhaps less of a separate consciousness so much as just a part of myself that I did not recognize at the time.
Okay. Is he also going to have the episodes, or is he the reason you're having the episodes?
I believe that as this progresses and as my full ascension completes, that the green-eyed cat and I shall actually be as one.
Okay. Yeah, that... If it makes sense to you,
yes.
I think I understand.
Well, look, I'm gonna sit down. I don't feel really good right now, so and Julian will just kind of stop kneeling and just kind of sit/lay down.
Yeah, I forget exactly how much of the healing charges from my sword I used in combination with the other healing that I got. But if there are any left, I mean, maybe there's 2 or 3, and I just didn't, because I didn't actually count.
No, it used up all the charges.
It used up all the charges, okay.
Through Skylar's power, yeah. I think it was
cool.
Skylar's power.
I couldn't remember, so I can't heal you, or I would have already, for the record.
That's right. Okay.
Aleister, we have to go.
Yes, I am aware. I can start feeling it coming again.
But while he's been talking, like, Victor has just been, like, slowly started to, like, sort of stroke Aleister and, like, pet him.
Yeah, get that disgusting stuff off of him.
He feels really he's sad.
Yeah.
Victor was like, Victor, I think, started to pick up on things a little bit faster than Julian, that it was not, Victor's in better shape. Victor's, like, pretty much fully healed up. He's cognizant. He's not hurting. Like, Julian's struggling to breathe right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so Victor sort of has detected it and has sort of just been gently petting Aleister, affectionately, like he knows it's probably going to be the last time he sees him.
Mm-hmm.
And so Victor's going to, like, turn to Julian, and be like, Julian, I think we have to say goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say goodbye. This is not goodbye forever, though, because we have something that we could do in the DDA to figure this out. There's too many of us, and you're just a part of this team as anyone else. We'll figure out some way to deal with the, I don't know, Tulsa explosion things. I need more time. I need more time.
Yes. Well, if it is any consolation, just know that I shall always be everywhere.
I hate that sentiment a lot.
Aleister, just once you're Tulsa, don't forget us or kill us if we run into you.
Yeah, more so the kill us part.
I believe it would be quite impossible for me to forget you. I think even aside from a universal understanding of time and history and all things to come and all things that were and anything that ever shall be, I think I shall miss you. It has been very good to get to know both of you, and I'd just like to thank you for being my friends.
Julian would kind of lay up a little bit and open up the helmet of the suit, and Julian does not look okay at all whatsoever. Very, very sickly looking.
Very withered
Like,
and aging and dry.
Yes, to you, I look like jerky.
So he looks tasty.
Very much akin to the same way I was when I got Star Spawn sucked, I would imagine.
Yeah. Terminology.
It
Phrasing.
was good to know you, Aleister. Thank you for everything you did for us, and well, our paths will cross again at some point. I'm convinced of it at this point. Okay.
Yeah. Take
Still feeling
care of yourself. And I'm gonna miss you, Aleister. And then Victor will set Aleister down on the ground and watch him like cat prance away, I guess. Back to a pillar of flame.
Cue every breath you take.
Oh God.
And yeah, Aleister jumps back into the flame, and the flame, just as soon as he enters the flame, it shoots off into the sky.
Cue Dragon Force playing.
I thought about trying to slap the magic cuffs on him to see if it would stop the magic and render him unconscious. Thought it would ruin the moment.
It probably ruined the cuffs.
Probably. I don't think like a little magical item that they made in, Dark City is going to stop Tulsa.
Yeah.
And for the record, Victor did take that wisdom injection. And so I think that's one of the reasons why he was able to figure stuff out so quick, because that was still sort of, it might have worn off, but it was still sort of, it was like wearing off in his system at this point, because it lasts like 5 minutes, and he took it right before everything ended in the bubble. So so that's why Victor had especially good insight there, for the record.
So as that happens, Aleister shoots up into the sky. Y'all see a bright green flash distant in space go off, and Sarah, Yamnul, the stout, or not Haster.
No, not Haster.
Like Hester just
Dastrin.
standing over there, like wait, like
Dastrin, Hester, and Tosher.
Well, it was just Dastrin.
Okay.
We're gonna line up like you do in like the old like children's basketball games and just kind of do, good game.
Gerbo, like everybody that was nearby you, comes over from the DDA or ARM.
Yeah.
the DDA and ARM.
And from the Revolution, man.
ARM sounds so much better.
They come over, and you hear Gerbo talking to Sarah, and he's like, I've been checking everybody I can, Sarah, and whatever happened, everybody's just fine. I mean, I remember dying, but I'm fine now.
Yeah.
Sarah stops where y'all are, and she's like, I suspect Aleister had something to do with that, as she looks up in the sky where he took off to. How are you two doing?
Never better.
Julian could use some help, Gerbo. He's not doing well.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Julian, let me check you out.
Yeah. Just
Can you open up your suit some?
yeah. Just let me fiddle with this, and I'll go ahead and disengage the seal and kind of roll over and kind of start to crawl out of it a little bit.
All right. And you laid it down on the ground?
Yeah, well, like I come out from the back of the suit, so I would like literally roll over and then kind of come out of the back of the suit and just kind of flop onto the dirt.
All right. Gerbo's checking you out. He's very quiet. And then, Victor, you see him turn around looking at you and to Sarah and everybody. And he has probably the most worried look on his face that you've ever seen from him.
What's wrong, Gerbo?
I
can't tell you, HIPAA.
I don't think there's anything I can do.
What do you mean? You give him a potion or something.
Here, Julian, this might help you feel better.
Okay.
And he pulls something out, and if you want to take it,
Okay.
it's a potion.
No. Oh, that tastes terrible. Oh.
It doesn't have any effect or rejuvenation effect. Well, it doesn't have any like rejuvenation effect on you, but you do feel the pain that the excruciating pain that you're going through subside.
Okay.
It's more numb. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I'm afraid whatever he's had done to him is irreversible. He doesn't have long, guys.
What?
That's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Oh, I mean, everyone's alive, right? Well, except for Yelky. Yelky's still dead.
He died before this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Amno.
Oh man, Julian, dude, I'm like, I don't know what to say, man.
It's best if you don't say anything.
I enjoyed our time, man.
Yeah, that makes one of us.
What if he put him in the stasis or whatever, and we can figure it out later?
Worth a shot.
But the timeout thing that we did to the Ithaquah.
You gonna turn me into an axolotl?
Axolotl.
I'd rather not.
I don't have any barrels right now.
Okay, good. Don't do that. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think this is kind of it for me right now. Oh, okay. Well, I don't hurt, but I still feel dying. That still sucks.
Yeah, and while he's talking, like this, now that you can actually see more than just his face, the disease and all the necrotic stuff that Hastert did to Julian is slowly aging him and well, it's not slow. It's rapidly aging him to the point that you're watching him die.
To think that I would just, be in a clinic, just being a doctor and not being a time traveling interdimensional detective. That really puts it all in perspective.
Yeah. I just lived in the sewer and ate scraps.
I haven't forgotten about what I said a while ago about trying to find a way to fix you.
It's all right, Julian. I think everything we've done together, the three of us, and like Victor will just sort of look up into the sky. I think that helped. I think that helped fix me a lot. I appreciate all that you've done for me.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't bring you back from the dead. That was more of Aleister's gimmick, but I tried.
No, but you are my friend, and I've had very few until recently.
Yeah, you're the champ now. So
I certainly don't feel like it.
Oh, no, you're great. No, you're exactly what the DDA needs. They need someone who'll care about everyone and try to help everybody. I mean, Aleister and I did it our own way, but you're way, way better at it than us.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not usually right, which is kind of funny.
As he says that, as Julian says that, you watch his eyes kind of glaze over, and then he blinks, and he's looking at you, puzzled, and he looks around, puzzled, and then his body goes lifeless.